Hello, my fellow Nixies. Prime Minister Austin has returned to sign more bills into law. Alrighty. The first bill we're going to be talking about today, let's see. House Bill 6 of year 2022. I'll just read the title. It's actually short, so I'll read the whole thing. Uh, I am the sponsor of this bill. The title is This Bill Regards to the Prohibition of Any and All Forms of Gerrymandering and All Forms of Elections and Redistricting in the Kingdom of Nix. Part one is once political parties exist in the Queen of Nix, so this is technically a trigger law. So, excuse me, sorry, my eyes will messy up for some reason. So technically this is a trigger law, so once political parties exist, that's the trigger, and they shall not fabricate their own districts within the counties, the federal counties, of the Queen of Nix for political gain. Part 2. For all elections and local governments, if they decide to have representative districts, they must be content with the very first map they decide on to be the permanent districts for the federal counties. Once the decision is made and final, they can no longer change their districts unless by popular vote from the people of said district. This bill shall be short titled the Anti-Gerrymandering Act. And I agree with this bill entirely, obviously, not just because it's mine, because I agree that gerrymandering is absolutely wrong. It is absolutely unconstitutional and not democratic. So I will sign this bill into law. House Bill 6 has been signed into law. Sorry if it looks a little blurry on the screen, but as long as y'all see my signature, that's the only thing that should matter. So, alrighty. Let's begin with House Bill 7. A very short bill, there's only one thing on it. Title: This act will declare that anything regarding helping the Queen of Nix by the government shall be spent from the Treasury, so the individual government employees do not have to pay their individual money to pay for items they may need for their roles in government. I'm the sponsor, of course. And the only part that says the money for items bought for the purpose of serving the government and the Queen must come from the Treasury. It was passed into law very quickly, sweet and simple, and it's kind of common sense. I mean, if the government is trying to buy stuff for government, it should spend the Treasury. And since the Treasury, about over 99% of the Treasury is donated to us, we can rightfully use it. So yes, I will sign this bill into law. House Bill 7 has been signed into law. Excuse me. Alright, final legislation for this video, and then I think another break. Alrighty. House Bill 9, title: An act that will amend new legislative procedures establishing 5 new titles for specifically made laws or additions to laws, NICS Administrative Regulations, or NARs, NICS Revised Statutes, NRS, floor amendments, added, which means adding on to an existing or pending bills, constitutional amendment, and House Joint Resolutions. So basically all the NRSs, the NARs, and constitutional amendments, all that stuff that you've been seeing recently, if any of you looked at it at all, this bill is what created it. House Bill 9 is what created all that stuff. Because it's stuff that we needed. So we don't have to put legal law stuff onto the Constitution. Now there's a separate book, or books plural, that has regulations, statutes. Basically, you got rights and you got laws. That's basically what it is. So yes, I am going to sign this bill into law. Okay. It is a 2-page bill, so it's quite long. There we go. House Bill 9 has been officially signed into law with my signature on the second page. I think I could have put it on the first page, but that's okay. Here, I'll even do it on the first page. Double the signature, double the enforcement, double the executiveness. There we go. That's probably what I should have done anyway, but there you go. my signature on House Bill 9 of 2022. All right, that is it for this particular hour. Stay tuned for the next bills coming up.